Hello and welcome, guys. Hope you are doing great. So I am again here with a video around the JavaScript. You can say it like web development, web design. So today we'll be discussing around the difference between the where and the let in JavaScript. Okay. So before coming to the differences, let's begin with the similarities. So where and let both are used to declare variable, and as per the JavaScript is concerned, both where and let are keywords. Okay, so both are used to declare variables and both are keyword in JavaScript. Now coming to the differences, where is a function scope, whereas let is a block level scope. Okay, so where is a function scope, meanwhile that when we declare a variable with the where inside a function, it is accessible within that function as well as any function nested inside it. However, variable declared with where outside of that function have global scope and can access from anywhere in the code. Okay, so let first begin with this function level scope. Okay, so I am making a copy of this code itself. So I have already created a JS inside HTML file, that is in my case that is js.html. So I'm pasting here. So as you just know that where is a function level scope, okay, and let is a block level scope. That means I am using this x equal to 5 here, and again inside this block I am assigning x equal to 10. That means again I am declaring here block level variable, local variable you can say. So which variable it will override? It will override your upper global variable, this. Okay, so the moment you try printing this x inside this, it will give you 10, and outside this it will give you 10. Okay, so let's check this as an output here, and here you see in both case it is giving you 10 and 10. Clear? In the example above, the value x is first declared as 5. But when if the statement is executed, the value of x is re-registered. Registered, that means you can say re-declared. You see here it is being re-declared inside that particular block. Okay. And the console.log HTML both case it will give you 10 output. Now coming to late. Late. On the other hand, late work on a block scope. This means that when you declare a variable with let inside a block, it is only accessible within that block only. Okay, so now coming to the example for the same, let me copy this one, and now I'm pasting here. I'm just commenting out the previous one so that we'll have only output this, not commenting this, the difference between this where and let. So as you see, it is using let. Now x equal to 5, and it is assigning here, but it is assigning with the key let. That means it will only work within this particular block scope. You see here this one is a block. If block, it it means if you print x here it will give you 10, but outside this it will give you 5. Why 5? Because for the function block x is equal to 5. That is why it will give you 5. Okay, so let's check the output of the same. It will give you, first one give you 10, and the second console it will give you 5. Got it? So this is the major difference you can say. In general, it is recommended to use let and const instead of where, as they have more predictable scoping behavior and help. Okay, there is one more difference. Let me come to that. If you try printing this variable, if you try printing here x equal to 5, I can print this variable. Let me rename, let me just comment this out, the second one. If I try printing this x outside the scope of that, then it will also give you an output. Let me come to that console. Try printing console x here and see whether it is giving you the output or not. So reference x is not defined, it says. Okay. But if you want to access this, how you can do that? You can access with this window dot x. Okay. Let me try this one. If it is giving me output, you see console is not a function. Okay, so console dot log. If I type this one, because there is a typo, I should be console dot log, and let's check if it is giving you output. It will give you undefined. That means it is not giving you an error. But if you change this x where to let, it will throw you an error. Okay, so let me come to that. So I'm changing this where to let, and again this where to let. Let's see the output. It is again giving you the undefined. So in both case, if you print window dot whatever variable is coming, it will print you undefined. Okay, you see here there is no different while accessing with window dot x. But if you declare here, for example, let x equal to 20, then let access this one. Okay, so I am accessing with window dot x. What is giving? It will give you undefined again. But if I change this let to where, do you know what will be the output of this? Let's see. It will give you 20. And you see the magic here. If you declare any variable with let and that is in a scope, that means accessible, then you can access that variable with window.x. Okay, so you can access that variable with window.x. In this case, it will give you the exact value of that x. Okay, exact value of that variable. But if that variable is not where, then in this case it will give you undefined. Okay, clear? You can see here it will give you undefined. There is one more difference you can see here. Let me come to that. One more difference. Third difference is that if you try accessing the variable that is not defined. Okay, let me come to that. That means it is defined, but before the definition, if you try to access that variable, then how it will behave. Let me come to that. So here console dot log y, okay? And I am declaring a let y equal to 20. So what will be the output of this code? The output of this code will show you an error. Cannot access y before initialization. And this error only give you in case of you have declared the variable with let. Okay, let let me try this same thing with using where with the difference variable. I am using z here again, z, and you see control f, it will give you error and the next line will not be executed. So comment this out, refresh, and now you see z, it will give you undefined. Okay? So the second output is this. So before second output you are getting this one, that is giving you the undefined. But it means if you declare a variable with where and you try to access that variable before the initialization of that variable, it will give you undefined. But in case of let, it will throw you an error. Okay, let's check that error again so that we will have the clear idea. This will give you cannot a reference error on caught reference error, cannot access y before initialization. So these are main differences between four main differences between let and where. You can I will suggest you please try everything, whatever example I have shown you in this video at your end, so that you will have the clear idea and understanding, and you can crack interview. You can give a prominent best answer in interview if you are being asked these questions. And you will find the code also in the video description so that you can practice at your end. Thank you for watching and have a great day ahead.